There is another content creator focused charity scandal bubbling over like a pot of pasta right now. It's only been a matter of weeks since the last one with the Completionist and the Open Hand Foundation, with all of the shenanigans that have been going on there for the last decade that got brought to light thanks to Carl Jobst and Mudahar spearheading all of that. And we didn't even get a refractory period. We were thrust into season 2 immediately with yet another huge charity scandal situation in the space. And it's an organization that I'm sure all of you are at least familiar with by name. Soft Giving. Buckle your seatbelt because this is about to be a wild ride. Soft Giving, for a couple of years now, had been the go-to for charity fundraising streams that a lot of Twitch streamers have used. We're talking the Goliaths in the space. XQC, Hassan, OTK, the list goes on and on with people that have used soft giving to raise money from their community for a good cause. And there was a lot of really great events that were run that used soft giving, raised a lot of money for some amazing organizations, and it all seemed like blue skies, smooth sailing, sunshine, and rainbows. And then about a year ago, I recalled there was a bit of shit flinging in the direction of soft giving, and I can't quite remember what it was about because it never really blew up, but there were quite a few creators that came forward saying that they're done working with soft giving, and I thought I remembered them shutting down. But that must have been like a Mandela effect thing, kind of like Berenstein versus Berenstain Bears, although that one is not a Mandela effect. That is a legitimate fact that there must have been some kind of multiversal collapse that shifted our timeline, because I know for damn sure it used to be Berenstein, not Stain. So something went truly awry in the space-time continuum. We're getting down a rabbit hole already. Don't wind me up on that topic. But anyway, I thought I remembered soft giving shutting down. Wasn't the case. It rebranded to something called Brandfluence and is still very much alive. But anyway, there was some controversy that happened with soft giving a year or so ago, and it died out very quickly. It just petered out like a little wet fart. But a brand new bombshell report came out.
I need to find the best way to learn math and science.
It's brilliant.org.
Whoa.
Brilliant has
Out from Jacob Wolf that blew the lid wide open on soft giving, and through the investigation found that roughly 42% of all the money that was raised from 2020 to 2021 actually went to soft giving instead of the charity that it was meant for, and they never prominently disclosed that to donors. That is an outrageous amount to be scraping off the top here without letting anyone know that that's the case. They're basically treating it like investments in soft giving at that point as opposed to actual charitable services here. It's fucking foul. Now, since it wasn't prominently displayed to donors, streamers also didn't know that either. At least from all the streamers that have been outspoken about it, it seemed like they were also kept in the dark on that amount of money going to soft giving as opposed to the money they thought they were raising for the cause that they were supporting. That is absurd. 42% is not the industry standard. As shocking as that information might be to hear, there's no reason soft giving should be taking that much money. But they're basically just for profit. They're not actually there for the charity. They're there for the big fucking paycheck in their pocket, it seems. Allegedly. So let's strip this down to its birthday suit and weasel our way into its bare butt cheeks. What is soft giving? Soft giving is fundamentally just a middleman in this equation. So let's say I wanted to do a fundraising stream right now for an organization that will help me get taller. It's a cutting-edge group that's looking for the most effective means in bioengineering and medicine to increase my height from 5'6" to 6 feet. So instead of having my community donate directly to that foundation, fucking pipsqueakpowerup.org or whatever, I would partner with soft giving to have my community donate through the soft giving campaign, and soft giving would take that money that they donated and transfer it to that organization. They would take it and basically just be this conduit for the money to flow through to the organization that the stream is supposed to support. There's nothing in there that would justify taking 42 fucking percent for that effort of taking the money here and putting it over there. You know, we're not taking Bikini Bottom and moving it over there. We are doing the simplest process ever. 42% is an outrage. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And soft giving says that it gives you all the tools necessary to make the campaign as successful as it can be, but that's a bunch of hooey. There is nothing there that justifies that amount going to the administration costs or whatever fees that they're trying to say they incurred from doing that process. It's just ridiculous. To really highlight the anomaly of soft giving here, Jacob Wolf's report talks about its competitors like Tiltify and Donor Drive, which I think are two names a lot of you have also heard of. They're very popular as well. And I'm just going to read this to you. The process of donation funds passing through another charity before making their way to the intended destination is unusual. In the scenario where a third party manages the funds without the charity's oversight, there's far more likelihood of misuse and profiteering, said Zach Wiegall, the CEO of Charity Gamers Outreach. On those services, charities sign up and pay a monthly or annual service fee to allow influencers to set up their campaigns. As part of that process, those charities authorize Tiltify and Donor Drive to assess a pre-agreed upon administration fee after a donation has been received. The money is never held by a third party. Tiltify and Donor Drive simply connect to the charity's Stripe, PayPal, Amazon Pay, or other payment accounts and deduct the administration fee. On top of its service fees, Tiltify, for example, charges anywhere from a 3.5 to 5% fee, according to its CEO, Michael Wasserman, making the sum of fees that cut into the total donation approximately 10% for most charities. So you are looking at an astronomical difference in terms of the percentage cut that soft giving takes as opposed to Tiltify. It's night and day. No matter how you spin it, this is a smell that smells smelly. Like shit from soft giving. A bunch of bullshit here. And we've only scratched the surface of Jacob Wolf.
Welcome.
Wolf's report. I highly recommend you check it out if you're curious about how deep this goes. Apparently, when he was trying to get some interviews and statements from soft giving, he instead faced a lawsuit that was issued to him. So apparently, he was sent a letter written by the attorney representing Brandfluence, aka the new soft giving, I guess, that demanded they don't publish this piece. But then he said, we believe in investigative journalism and our First Amendment right to freedom of press. So Jacob Wolf ended up publishing it anyway, even amidst this lawsuit that he was issued. So big W move there because I think this is important information. It is always extraordinarily scummy for anyone to take advantage of others' kindness. Charity fraud and charity scams, alleged charity fraud and charity scams here, are the lowest of the low that you can possibly sink. It is so exploitative and so just disgusting. Now let's take another peek behind the curtain here because Jacob Wolf just made another report here 4 days ago with the new IRS tax records. And according to this, during 2022, soft giving raised more than $3.56 million in donations, according to the tax records filed by the Giving A Foundation, the pass-through nonprofit that Soft Giving partners with. Around $1.92 million of that ultimately went to the intended charities. Nearly $1.65 million, roughly 46% of that money went to Soft Giving in fundraising expenses, the tax records show. Soft Giving, more like not giving, 46%? That is downright dirty barnacles. Allegedly. Is it even allegedly if it's public tax filings? But allegedly, I'll just say it to be safe anyway. They seem to have their finger on the trigger of lawsuits. They seem to like to toss those puppies out willy-nilly. So might as well play it safe. Alleged. That's not okay. That's not good at all. Now, another thing that came out in Jacob Wolf's report is that Soft Giving...
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life. Good, real food is simple. It looks like food. It smells like food. It's what dogs are supposed to be eating. We really don't want people to think of feeding food like ours as spoiling their dogs.
It's amazing to me how many got their dogs changing for the better. The farmer's dog is just our way to help people take care of them.
Hey, welcome to the barbershop. We'll be with you shortly. Take your pants off. I started this place with a lawnmower 5.0 Ultra and a dream that guys could have smooth sacks with fewer risks of cuts.
So what are we doing today?
I have number 5.
Good choice. The Screaming Eagle.
So sit back and relax. You're in good hands with it.
Soft Giving would also pay streamers to do charity streams. That information isn't new, and it's not exclusive to Soft Giving. I saw a lot of people did talk about that, and it created a bunch of buzz, but that's actually a conversation that's been had even a few years back. There are sometimes events that are run that will pay a streamer to be the face of it and raise money for it, and that's always going to leave a sour taste in people's mouths, understandably so, because if you're a streamer or a content creator that's raising money for a charitable cause, the impression is that you're doing it from a genuine place of care and wanting to help, as opposed to it being some kind of paid brand partnership, because it doesn't seem that sincere anymore if you're getting paid to do it. In that case, why are you paying the content creator? You could just take that money that you're going to pay them and put it into the charity itself, you know what I mean? And if the content creator really does care, they'd run the charity stream with you, is how I would personally view it. I feel like doing paid charity streams is just never going to be a good look, but again, that's not something that's exclusive to Soft Giving or this report. That is something that's been in the industry occasionally for a long time now, unfortunately. That's also a debate that's been had a lot over the last few years since that information became more public knowledge with paid charity streams. I think one of the main arguments in support of that practice was people saying that without a content creator spearheading it and like taking charge of it, it wouldn't have as many eyes, thus wouldn't raise as much money for the charity. And I get that perspective, like that makes sense, but it's still just not really a good look to get paid to do a charity stream, because that money that you're getting paid could very easily just go to the charity as well. I just feel like when it comes to raising money for a good cause, it should come from a good place as opposed to like a transactional thing. But that's just my personal view on it. I don't think paid charity streams are a great thing. But anyway, back to Soft Giving and how much they take out of the cookie jar here. So, with all of this coming out from Jacob Wolf's report, a lot of streamers have been questioned by the communities wondering, well, how much did you know, and how do you feel about this? And from everyone that's talked about it loosely so far, it seems that the common sentiment is they had no idea that Soft Giving operated this way. It seems like, yeah, today's one of those days. Just like chips and salsa at a Super Bowl party, I'm about to double dip in here into some drama. Last week I made a video talking about hypocrisy. In a nutshell, the situation was two YouTubers, Scott Schaefer and MewKitty, made content talking about Twitch streamers being hypocrites due to the promotion of Fansly during the Streamer Awards, and I was named in both of these videos, because prior to this I had mentioned that it was very weird when Aiden Ross pulled up Pornhub on stream in front of his audience, which consists of a lot of kids, and meanwhile when Fansly was advertised during the Streamer Awards, I just laughed at it. So that's where the hypocrisy allegations come from. That's the genesis of it. And I thought it was an interesting talking point because of the subject matter, but I also wanted to defend myself from hypocrisy allegations that I felt were weightless, and that's what that video I made was all about. Now, Scott Schaefer, as I mentioned, tackled it from more of like a analytical standpoint, breaking down the problem itself, and I still do believe that his intentions are the situation. However, the same can't be said about the other content creator, MewKitty. In the video I made covering this, I was very charitable with her intentions behind the content. I thought maybe I was wrong and got the incorrect impression on what her content was focused on. I thought it was satirical and ironic and trying to be silly on purpose with subject matter. And I apologized for saying things that may have come across mean-spirited or made it sound like I was shitting on her when that really wasn't my intention. Especially considering we were both playing on the same team, I feel like we're both saying these things are bad. And for some reason, she's at my throat about it because of one difference in that I think showing Pornhub to the audience was worse. Not that that excuses the Fansly promotion, which again, I have never once defended or said was a good thing, but this slight difference in perspective on it has led to all of this hostility. And I tried to explain that in the last video because I thought maybe there was just a misunderstanding there, but she took the last video as more of a declaration of war. And another thing I want to come forward with right away, and I didn't think this needed explaining either, one of the core points that she as well as others are making is that this is actually a very insidious plot that I'm hiding on purpose because Ludwig is my friend and QT Cinderella is his girlfriend. QT Cinderella ran the Streamer Awards, she was responsible for the Fansly promotion. So people were saying that I'm, excusing everything she did because she's Ludwig's girlfriend. And I didn't think this needed explaining. This is going to be a common thing. I didn't think a lot of this needed explaining, but I'll do it anyway. I've now said in like 5 videos over the last 5 months, I don't see eye to eye with anyone all the time, even my best friends. So, even though I do respect QT, and of course I respect Ludwig, I consider them friends, I didn't see eye to eye with QT on this. Thus, I wasn't going to pretend like I did and defend it. I don't do that for anyone, not even my best friends. This wasn't some kind of secret association that was kept under wraps. I'm very public about Ludwig and I being business partners with fucking Moist Esports, for example, and we do a lot together. But that doesn't mean that I'm just going to look the other way on things that I feel differently about. I don't do that for him either. It's not just QT. I have actually talked about things I disagree with Ludwig on publicly as well. This isn't like some kind of big gotcha where it's like, it turns out Charlie does know QT. This is why he didn't say anything. That's just not the truth. And I did say it wasn't good. And now it's become clear after her most recent upload, as well as everything she's been posting on Twitter about me, that that little yucky spidey sense that was tingling in the back of my head telling me that she's probably just trolling to get a rise out of streamers to farm it for personal gain was unfortunately correct. And I'll go ahead and take the bait one more time here. I'll play along and eat this entree of medium well internet beef that she's serving up. She's been egging me on Twitter today to debunk all 20 lies she's caught me on in her most recent video. So I'll accept the challenge. I'll take the cinnamon challenge here and go through MewKitty's most recent upload, Moist Hypocritical Can't Stop Lying.
If you're coming here to see me troll around, I can't anymore because Hypocritical lied so much about me and the situation
Put her money where her mouth is.
that I was forced to re-edit my whole video and now debunk every single lie that was made.
Obviously, I immediately owe a huge apology to MewKitty and her whole community because my video was such a stinker that it's impeded her ability to make her regularly scheduled trolling. But I do want to come out right away and say that her calling me hypocritical, the play on words, hippo and then critical spelled like my name, is actually such a banger because that is a meme that started on my stream like 6 years ago when I was still streaming on YouTube. I was playing Fortnite and I had bought the battle pass for the John Wick skin. And chat fucking erupted when they saw me playing with it because I had for a long time talked about what a big waste of money the battle pass is. You're a fucking troglodyte if you buy the battle pass. And then fucking John Wick skin comes out, it busts down my resolve and I spent money on it. So chat called me hypocritical just like this. And it became a bit of a meme. So to see her unironically use it here is almost nostalgic to a certain extent, but she's clearly using it to be combative as opposed to like jovial and kidding around.
Everybody, including me, is tired of this subject on him defending promotion of porn to kids. But
We're not even 30 seconds into this video and she's already told her first lie, which is ironic. It almost makes her seem like the hypocrite here. She says that I have defended the promotion of porn to kids. Do you have any evidence to back that up? Do you have a clip of me saying that what QT Cinderella did with promoting Fansly during the Streamer Awards is good? Defending it in any way? Because as far as I can recall, I have only ever said that it's not a good decision. and that as well as Pornhub that Aiden Ross brought up on stream are both bad. I've never once said that what she did was good or defended it, or defended her for the decision to do it. But she likes to tell her audience that I have with me doing it, because it hasn't happened. That is a blatant, bold-faced lie.
First lie manipulates the narrative that he already said both are bad. But that clip happened after my video, when his own fans has pressed him for 1 week for saying nothing.
And on stream I talked about this last night. And I'll go ahead and get this out of the way right away. During that stream, and in the exact same video Mute Kitty has posted on one of her channels, I outright say both are bad.
He never say outright both are bad. All the streams is on my second channel. He defended himself and argued with his viewers for 10 minutes. And after a long battle, he said it's not a great decision, but never said both are bad.
This is a pretty interesting angle to try and play here, trying to catch me on not saying verbatim both are bad until the video went live. Even though I had explicitly said that it wasn't a good decision, which you outright acknowledge in this clip here in your video, and the point I was making in the last video is in that same piece of content you posted on your second channel proudly, I do say it is not a good decision. I don't understand why she's trying to make this argument here, acting like her whole audience has their brain off and can't understand what it means when I say something is not a good decision. That means it's not good, thus is bad. And since I'm talking about the QT Cinderella Fansly promotion moment, that is me saying it is bad. Same way I was saying the Aiden Ross Pornhub moment was bad. And I'd actually like to cannonball into the deep end of this pool a little bit and swim around a little more and explore it, because I didn't think this would be necessary. I thought we were all able to deduce human emotion, but it seems like a lot of her arguments are going to pretend like everyone is an actual bot and can't, like, think. So I'm just going to over-explain everything. She makes it seem like I never outright said anything or condemned the Fansly promotion during the Streamer Awards or called it weird or anything at all. I was just completely tight-lipped, radio silent, keeping a secret like I had Fairly Odd Parents and I didn't want to tell anyone. When that's just not the case. During the Fansly promotional moment, I laughed at it. Now, let me ask you, what would I be laughing at, if not the absurdity of a Fansly promotion being on Twitch? Scott Schaefer seemed to understand what the joke I was laughing at was, which was the wild nature of a Fansly ad being played.
And when the ad for Fansly actually came up during the Streamer Awards, you can see he actually lets out a little laugh, and it seems like he's at least somewhat uncomfortable that this type of content was being promoted during the Streamer Awards.
For exclusive behind-the-scenes content and a free trial of some of our hottest creators. On top of that, sign in using your Twitch account and see which is your...
Did I just get a little tickle from under the desk or something? There is nothing to laugh about there, except for the absurdity of the situation. I didn't think that needed explanation, so I didn't even bother in the last one, but it's something she seems to harp on that I never made any indication that I found it uncomfortable or weird. And to go a step further, in the following stream or the stream after, in one of the days following the Streamer Awards, someone in chat had asked me if I thought it was weird that Fansly was advertised during it, and I point blank said yes. And this is actually faster than I called out Aiden Ross in the Pornhub moment. The clip that she plays, as well as the other people have played as well, is from the video I made called Aiden Ross Just Got Banned. Maybe you've heard of him over the last week or so because he also just freely streamed porn on Kick. The astute listeners will have heard something very crucial there. Over the last week, you may have heard of this. It had been about a week since the Aiden Ross Pornhub Armageddon moment, and I had only mentioned it for around 50 seconds of this 11-minute video, which was focused on something else entirely. I just mentioned it because I was talking about a lot of the goofy things he had done recently. So I was just talking about it briefly, and it had taken me a week to even mention it. So I was actually faster to call the QT Fansly promotion weird than I was to call the Aiden Ross Pornhub situation weird. I didn't just ignore it. That is just a blatant lie. However, I don't want to be guilty of the same sin Mew Kitty's already committed. Of making a claim without any evidence to back it up, where she said at the beginning of this video that I defended the promotion of porn to minors, which is a sickening thing to even say. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because I cannot provide the clip of where I replied to chat about the Fansly promotion being weird because I don't fucking feel like combing through 14 hours worth of streams the day and the day after the Streamer Awards went live. I really don't feel like going through it, so since I'm not providing the video evidence for it, I'm not going to use this as a point in my defense. So going forward, we're going to work under the assumption that I never said anything publicly about it on stream, and the only indication I made to condemning it or that I thought it was bad was when I laughed at it during the moment.
which is weeks after the call out.
Pretty clear from reading her comments, not like her personal comments, but like the audience comments, that the majority of the people didn't even watch the full statement. There must be a ghost in the machine of this lie counter on screen because it's going wacko mode. I don't know what's being counted as lies here because her points haven't changed, yet the counter is going up. I'm guessing it's because she's trying to say that the timeline condemns me. It had been about a week before I responded to her video, so my speed to the response was suboptimal. I didn't, get there like the fucking Power Rangers in time to talk about it. The explanation there should be pretty obvious to any sentient human being out there. I didn't see it until a couple days before I talked about it on stream. I had meant to talk about it the next day, but I forgot. I don't remember why, and I apologize. Maybe I should have talked about it the very second that I'd finished watching it, but I forgot. And then the following day or whatever, when the Mew Kitties community kept spamming it, I did get a little upset because I just don't like spam and I was already talking about other things. So yes, I did get a little upset about the spam. And I do apologize for that. That's just something that always grinds my fucking ass. I don't like spam, but I'm being completely genuine. I actually don't understand what the point she's making here is. That I was slow to respond to it, thus I'm guilty, I guess. I don't really think that's a very strong point.
The next lie is also very important, and it's done many times, where he words, I didn't do the exact same statement, when he didn't do any statement at all.
Thus, I disagree that it's hypocritical that I made statements about Aiden Ross and the porn thing being really weird, and I didn't make the exact same statements for QT Cinderella's Fansly sponsor. What? I don't actually really get what you're saying with this one. Is it an issue with the way I laid out the situation? In the clip you played, I'm just laying out the situation where people were upset that I had made a statement about Aiden Ross and streaming Pornhub to be weird, and then didn't turn around and make the exact same statement for QT Cinderella and the Fansly promotion. Was the issue me saying exact same? The word exact? Was that the problem? The pressure point? Because if so, I mean, I guess we can dive into that a bit. Maybe we need to start with a definition of a
me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenci. I'm trying to bring out the bad bitch. In a minute, I need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy.
No. Can't believe that, bro. Wait. He wasn't really. No chat, I think we're popping off. Hold on, chat, I think I'm crazy. I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying. Yo, free medallion, chat.
Oh yeah.
Mom, it's not 15, so... It's not 15! You said 15. Yeah, it's not 15. It's in my ear. Yeah, well, there's 4 people left in this match. And I actually might have a chance to win. Call Mom. Oh my god, I'm gonna win. Hey Mom. Mom, I might need till 20 because I'm in a match right now. I have a crown and I might win. Till 20. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I love you. No! No! I could have won that! He was so bad! No! No, no, no! No! No, no, no! Please! Why am I so bad? No! No! 10:20. The stream's just gonna abruptly end because my mom turned it off because she's a fucking bitch. And she should kill herself. So, let's wait a little more. I can't believe that shit. That shouldn't count. Why? Bro. That's so gay.
Hold on, let's see.
Hello?
I'm doing nothing. He's still over here doing this, and I'm doing nothing. Like, he's still over there doing that, and I'm doing the abs.
Oh, he's in range. Bro, what the fuck is this, right? Hey, he hits these. What the hell? How do you get in my box? I can't hit my fucking shot, kid. Alright, bro. Hey guys, I have to go. Bye, chat. Love you.